Up. Oh!
Oh, God.
Oh, my goodness. All right. That's not where we wanted you to go. Be careful. Come here. Blue, come here. Blue. Hello, and welcome to Out of Spec Motoring. This is going to be a fun one because we're going on a massive Tesla road trip with the dogs. And we're going to tell you all about it here now. Well, as you guys know, we are known for some of the biggest electric car road trips. We've done cross-country many times on videos now. We set the electric cannonball record, which still stands even almost 1 year later, which is pretty incredible, actually. Even after, I think, like 10 or so attempts to try and break it, we still have it. But this is going to be a little bit of a different style road trip. So we are going to take the dogs in our Model 3 Performance from here in North Carolina all the way down to southern Florida, all the way up somewhere to North Dakota across the new version 3 supercharger route, then to Glacier National Park.
Yellowstone National Park, Moab.
What's the one with the president's heads?
We're not going there.
Yeah, we are.
No, we're not.
It's not that far out of the way. Mount Rushmore. Sorry, I don't know why that skipped my name. Moab, the Salt Flats.
Skipped your name.
Skipped what?
Skipped your name.
What is that?
Yes, what you said. I don't know why that skipped my name.
Oh, so this trip is going to be a little different because we are taking the dogs, which we've done before.
Yeah, on our Colorado trip. Yep.
On the Colorado trip. I'll link that here. But we're going to take that same car. That was this car's first road trip.
Yeah, it was. It was like a week after you got, not even, like a week into getting it.
Right. I think we only had it for a couple days and we just ripped it out to Colorado.
Yeah.
That was a good trip. But this is going to be similar in the fact that we're not going for time. We're not going to be ripping it from charger to charger. I'm sure we'll have sections where we do that. The road trips will include all the charging data. It's a lot of data to input.
Yeah.
Yeah, it takes us a long time to put in that data. But we are going to go and do like a sightseeing stuff. So we got a new drone, which will be really sick. Mm-hmm. We have obviously the dogs. We want them to enjoy it as much as possible. This is a big trip for keeping them in the car. So we're going to get them out of the car a lot.
Yes, we're going to definitely take a lot of precautions when it comes to the dogs. And no way, as you guys know, if you follow along, like I'm the biggest dog lover. There possibly is, or at least in the top 20. Anyways, but we will definitely, I will always make sure that the dogs get out and are at least able to run for like 30 minutes to an hour each day at least, because I hate being cooped up in the car, unlike him. So I know the dogs are like pretty similar behind, but all they do is sleep all day. So it's really not much different to their normal day.
Yeah, what's nice about this trip is we have no timing expectations. We have nothing that we need to get back by. The only thing I need to be back by is in New York on August 15th because I'll be driving the new Polestar 2, which I'm very excited about, and we have the press drives that day. So that gives us an easy month and a half, maybe about 5 weeks to do this trip, which is more than enough. I think the goal is, we have to go down to Florida for a little bit of work, and then we'll be up in North Dakota doing that. And then once we get over to like Glacier and pretty much everything in the western part, we're just going to hang out there for a while, spend a couple days here, sightsee. Of course, everything will be recorded for you guys. That's partially why we're doing this trip, because the channel's needed a road trip for a while.
Yeah, I agree. It's definitely been the number one most requested thing. And now the second most requested thing is meeting my family members.
Right.
And so you guys will have the opportunity to meet my brother and my sister while out there. My brother lives in Minot. He's stationed out there, and my sister lives in Colorado. So we will be meeting up with them, and my sister loves all the national parks. So her and her boyfriend will be tagging along with us probably for a good majority of it. So you'll get to meet her.
Yeah, it's just going to be a nice road trip centered around the Tesla. We'll be sharing, of course, all of the driving data. We're taking as many safety precautions as we possibly can. We were both tested for COVID this week just to make sure we're okay before we go, and we are okay. And yeah, so we've been kind of hanging out at home. We're going to put the 18-inch wheels on the Model 3 Performance, the Martian MW03s. So we'll get a little bit better efficiency. We're going to carry our modern spare wheel and spare tire combo. We'll show you that in the first part of this road trip. And also, we'd love to meet up with you guys. So we'll have a live tracking thing, I guess glimpse is how we'll do it. And you can always, of course, follow our Twitter or Facebook or Instagram, everything Out of Spec or Out of Spec Motoring. And we'll kind of post where we're going to be. And I expect to see a few people at Superchargers along the way, which will be tons of fun. And of course, we have a Patreon as well. They have known about this trip longer than anyone else because they support the channel and they helped shape the trip and saying where we should go, where we shouldn't. So if you'd like to know about things ahead of time, hop into the description where we have a link to our Patreon page that makes trips like this possible.
Yes.
So the trip in total should be, 9,000, 10,000 miles, something like that. Pretty standard for us.
Yeah.
Of course, we'll be using PlugShare. We have the CHAdeMO adapter. We'll have all of our cables. We're actually going to show you all of that gear in the first part of the road trip series. I'm not sure how many episodes it will be, but we'll just film as we go, and hopefully you guys enjoy. If you have suggestions on where we should stop and go, please leave those in the comments below. Like if we're missing a national park, or if you know of places in Glacier or Yellowstone or something like this, let us know.
Or something along the Midwest. That's a little bit interesting because that's going to be our biggest dead point because there's not much out there.
Right, that's just going to be charger hopping the whole way out.
And you guys will also see we're going to attempt some camping with the Tesla. So that's going to be pretty interesting as well. So you guys can follow along with that. So camping, having the dogs along.
Well, the reason we're camping is because I think, especially during, COVID restrictions are all lifting, but we want to be as careful as possible, of course. But I think we're going to, be in areas where it's going to be difficult to find dog-friendly hotels. But
it's already
campgrounds,
difficult as is.
yeah, and you guys have seen from our road trips with them, it's sometimes hard to find.
Yeah.
So we will plan to live out of the car. Weather's going to be great. I mean, it's the perfect time of the year to do this kind of stuff. And we've never done any electric vehicle camping ever. So we'll get a tent, we'll get stuff, we'll charge the car at campgrounds or at RV parks. I'm not sure how any of this works, but yeah, it'll be tons of fun, I think.
Yeah, so if you guys have any suggestions for camping with your Tesla or any gear that would be very helpful for us, especially with dogs.
We know nothing about camping.
Yeah, we know. My sister does, and she helps a little bit, but she's really out there with her camping. She does 12-hour hikes and
The middle of nowhere.
Her boyfriend literally hiked the whole Appalachian Trail. They're just to the extreme, and we're just looking for some glamping style.
We're Holiday Inn Express. We're camping. So no, but I think it'll be tons of fun. We're going to have a great trip. The Model 3 Performance is 9 months. I've had it now. We've done 40,000 miles. So this should trip us over to 50K, which will be interesting. And no real maintenance concerns yet. Everything's been really good with the car. We're going to fill up the washer fluid as our only maintenance item.
And get the car detailed.
Ahead of time. And that'll be that.
That should do it.
Yeah, thanks for watching. We hope to see you along the trip. If you're going to be local or along the way, let us know. We've gotten a lot of messages on Instagram from people interested in meeting up, which I think is really fantastic. And maybe we can do some collab videos with other YouTubers out there. We'll see. Socially distanced collab videos.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you have to be dog friendly because the dogs will be there. So
that's right. Okay, we'll see you all on the next one. And the next one might be how much value my car has lost, but we'll see. Because we're going to take a look at the trade-in value on the Model 3 Performance from many different providers, vendors, and things like this. Also, there was a person outside that is driving past, saw us recording, stopped, backed up, stared at us, and then drove off.
Ever since we moved here, it's we're a new exhibit in a zoo. People just stare at us.
Right, because we live sort of on this, in front of a restaurant and things. Yeah. Okay, see you on the next one.
Bye, guys.